Today we'll continue some of the reactions in the chemistry. So we'll study today oxidation reaction, reduction reaction. So what is called oxidation reaction? That is removal of oxygen or addition of hydrogen in the reaction. If I write on that is oxidation reaction. That is, it is the process of addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Okay, similarly at the same time I can write down what is reduction reaction. It is the process of removal of oxygen or addition of hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen. Okay, I will take few examples on this so it will be clear. If I write down suppose I write carbon plus oxygen is carbon dioxide. So what you see here, your product carbon is added to oxygen. So you can call here this carbon is oxidized. You can say carbon is oxidized. Why? Now oxygen is added to carbon. Similarly, if I take one more example here, magnesium plus oxygen, magnesium oxide. Okay. If you want to balance it, this will be 2 here, this will be 2 here. So what you see, it was magnesium becomes magnesium oxide means oxygen is added to magnesium. So you can say this magnesium is oxidized. Similarly, if I write PbO plus C gives you Pb plus carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide. Look at here. PbO becomes Pb. That means oxygen is removed here. Oxygen is removed means PbO becomes reduction, carbon becomes oxidation. Because to carbon, oxygen is added, so carbon becomes oxidation. But PbO becomes Pb means PbO is reduced. So you can write PbO is reduced, carbon is oxidized. PbO is reduced to Pb, carbon has become carbon monoxide means carbon is oxidized. Okay, now we can extend this question to some other. So more examples like identify the substances which are oxidized that are oxidized in the substance or substances that are reduced. Let me take few examples on this. Suppose I write one equation here. If I write cupric oxide solid added to hydrogen gas gives you Cu plus H2O. Cu is solid plus H2O liquid. Second equation, H2S hydrogen sulfide gas added to sulfur dioxide, that is also gas, gives you only sulfur plus 2H2O plus H2O liquid. Okay, now look, so to balance it, so if I have to balance sulfur, here is oxygen 1, here is oxygen 2. So what I have to do is 3S SO2 3S, because S is here. So if I multiply 2 here, so 4 hydrogen. So 4 hydrogen means 2 oxygen. So here is 2 oxygen. But hydrogen is 2, I have to multiply 2. 2 sulfur, then 1 sulfur. So it has to be 3 sulfur. Okay. Third equation, suppose that is zinc. Zinc is a solid here plus AgNO3. This is aqueous solution, gives you, that is ZnNO32 plus 2Ag. Okay, I can write one more reaction here. That is MnO2 plus 4HCl. Let me write it down the balanced equation. 4HCl, that gives you MnCl2 plus 2H2O plus Cl2. Okay, I have given 4 equations here. Now we have to find out which one is oxidized, which one is reduced. So which one is oxidation reaction, which one is reduction reaction. Okay, now so let's write down substances, serial number. Substances oxidized. Substances reduced. So first reaction, cupric oxide gives you copper. So copper, from copper oxygen is removed here. So the substance which is reduced is CuO. CuO is reduced to Cu. So this is reduced CuO. Okay, hydrogen becomes H2O. The hydrogen is oxidized because 2 hydrogen, oxygen is added here. So this is substance, that is H2O, is oxidized. Sorry, H2 is oxidized. Now, if I take the second one, H2S plus SO2, SO2 becomes 3S. Look at here. So sulfur dioxide is reduced to sulfur. The SO2 is reduced. Then hydrogen sulfide becomes H2O. That means to this substance oxygen is added here. So that becomes H2S. This is the substance which is oxidized. This is the substance which is reduced. Similarly, if you take Zn plus AgNO3 becomes ZnNO3. The oxygen is added here. So, which one is? This is oxidized. That means, third case, Zn is oxidized because in the Zn you find oxygen here. AgNO3 becomes Ag, means oxygen is removed here. So AgNO3 substance is reduced to silver. Now if you take fourth example, MnO2 HCl becomes MnCl2. That means oxygen is reduced here. MnO2 is reduced because oxygen is removed here. Okay. Then HCl becomes H2O. So hydrogen was here, it is oxygen added here, means this substance is oxidized. That is HCl is oxidized. So like this you find out which are the substances that can be oxidized or reduced. Or from here you can say, question is, what type of reaction is this? You can say this is combination of oxidation and reduction, because simultaneously oxygen is reduced and hydrogen to hydrogen this is added. So this is both oxidation and reduction reaction. So like this you will identify this. What about this? Again you can see both are oxidation and reduction, because here is reduced, here this is added here. So this is both oxidation and reduction reaction. Okay, now let's take some more example on this. Question is, what is corrosion? This comes as a short question. Corrosion is what? That is the process of eating away the metals by the action of atmospheric reagents changing the metal into its compound. Changing the metal to its compound. So we will give one example. That means the metal comes with the reaction of atmospheric reagent, means what? Could be water or moisture. So that metal becomes a compound here. So we can give one example of this. Suppose what is rusting of iron? That is the best example we can give here. Rusting of iron. Rusting of iron. So what is the rusting of iron? So that is when iron or iron objects are exposed to atmosphere, they are attacked by the air. And air means oxygen will be there. Moisture means water will be there. Moisture. Okay. Of moisture of atmosphere. Okay. And a brown or orange color brown or orange color substance is formed. Color layer you can write here, that is above the iron, is formed. So formed on the surface of iron. Okay, then what happens? It is called rust. It is called rust. Achha, what is rust here? Rust means hydrated iron oxide. Hydrated iron 3 oxide. Okay, so hydrated means what you find is that orange color substance which you find, that is Fe2O3 with some amount of water here. Okay, so hydrated iron oxide, if you are asked to write a formula, then you have to write this one. If rust ka formula is asked, then you have to write this one. So generally you see that when you find the windows of iron are, why the windows of iron are painted? Because iron will not be exposed to air or atmosphere. Because when you paint it, the air or the atmospheric moisture will not heat it, so rusting will not be there. So once is rusting, what is the harmfulness in the rusting? So what shall I write on that? That is harmful effects of rusting. So let's write down harmful effects of rusting. Now how does it harm? What will happen here? If rusting happens to the iron, what will happen to the iron? So you can write that is hydrated hydrated iron trioxide. So always write its formula, that is Fe2O3 with some amount of water. This is complete formula of hydrated iron oxide. So is a brittle substance. What is brittle substance? Means it can be broken. That means when the roasting comes over the iron is broken here. Means is damaged. So you can write there and removes and moves away from the substance. Means this hydrated iron oxide, that is the coat which is formed, orange coat which is formed, is removed from the iron. So what will happen if that orange color thing is removed from the iron? So what will happen to iron? So there will be a hole or cavities. Then the object gets holes and cavities. Holes, cavities and rock surface. So, what are the three things you are finding? When this hydrated effects comes on the iron, it becomes, so that becomes hole in that because it gets removed. Then cavities means somewhere it will be broken, somewhere it will be a cave like this. Then also the surface becomes rock. So it becomes less used, means it can be broken anytime. That is why always we should prevent it from getting rusted here. Okay, now there can be a question, what are the conditions required for rusting? Under what condition the rusting will happen? Conditions required for rusting. So in that case what will happen is three conditions: open surface to the air, means the object should be exposed to air, no coating should be there. Second point, presence of air. The air must be there. Air means oxygen should be there because this is the oxidation process. Then presence of moisture. So these three conditions are required for rusting. Now today we will study what is rancidity. This is also an important question. So let me write down, then I will explain you. So when food items are kept unprotected, for some time. They give unpleasant smell and taste also. So all become rancid. This is called rancidity. This process is called rancidity. Means if during summer or when there is high temperature, if you expose your food to air for some times, then you see that smell comes from the food, and also the taste is also harmful to us. So if you eat that, then you may have a what we call as diarrhea and other diseases. Because the food becomes rancid. The food becomes rancid means unpleasant. So what are the reasons for that? Why it becomes a smellful object or it becomes a rancid? The reason I write down. This is because microorganisms oxidize the fat and oil. Oxidize the fat and oil. That means rancidity is a process of oxidation, because when they are oxidized here to fat or to the oil, then the smell starts there. So, okay. Now, prevention of rancidity. How to prevent it? Prevention of rancidity. So remember, rancidity occurs at the temperature from 30 to 32 degrees. I will write down here in the bracket. Rancidity becomes at the temperature of 30 degrees Celsius to 32 degrees Celsius. Means within this or more than this, it becomes rancid. So temperature is one of the factor. So we have to remove the temperature. We have to keep it in a cool place. So how to keep it? So I can write keeping the food at the low temperature, that is refrigerator. Keeping the food in low temperature. So where is low temperature? That is in refrigerator. That is in the refrigerator. Okay. So now, second point I can write down on this. Keeping the food in a airtight container. So why you have to keep in an airtight container? Because it will not be exposed to oxygen. Because once the food is oxidized, then the rancidity happens. So that is why we keep the food in an airtight container. Oxidation process will not take place. Third point is filling nitrogen and phosphorus. Filling nitrogen in plus base. How? So plus base means what? The bag containing chips and you might have seen in the bags we keep some chips and wafers. Because in the presence of nitrogen, oxidation will not take place. So these are the points by which you can prevent the rancidity. Now the last 2 points on this, that is endothermic reaction, exothermic reaction. Let's write down. Endothermic reaction. The chemical reaction. In which the heat energy is supplied. Heat energy is supplied from outside to complete the reaction. For example, if there are 2 reactants here, A and B, now you have to give heat to this plus heat energy, then the outcome will be C plus D, means some new substances required. So heat is given from outside for this reaction to obtain the products. So what happens, there will be heat given from outside, that is in this process amount of energy of the reactants in this process the amount of energy in reactants is smaller than the energy in the products. You can understand from here, because 2 reactants here, you are giving external heat energy. So that heat energy is obtained here, means it's collected here. So whatever energy was here, here the energy becomes more here. So you can write that is energy of reactant is less than energy of product. Okay. Now you can take some example on this. Suppose nitrogen gas plus oxygen gas. To this, if you give 180.5 kilojoule of energy, then you will get 2 ml. So what I meant to say is, total energy of this is less than this. That is why when I am adding to this, the energy is conserved here. You can take one more example. Hydrogen gas, if you give a heat of 435.6 kilojoule of energy, then you get hydrogen is broken. The molecule of hydrogen can be broken at the heat of 435.6 kilojoule of energy, because they found always in the molecular state. Okay, these are some examples. Now let's take here exothermic reaction. The chemical reaction in which heat energy is given out, in which the heat energy is given out. So here I can write energy of, that is, I can write AB gives you C plus D plus heat. The energy is given out from here. So if the law of conservation of heat is maintained, that means its energy is more than this energy. Because when you are adding something, then it is conserved. So energy of reactants is more than the energy of products. Energy of reactants is greater than energy of product. Okay. So take some examples on this. It happens in which cases? Where do you find this? That is methane, CH4. This is a gas plus oxygen. So let me write balanced equation. 2O2 gives you carbon dioxide plus 3H2O. Water is also there, liquid, plus 890 kilojoule of energy. So when methane reacts with oxygen, you get carbon dioxide plus water plus heat produced here. It is evolved, you can write like this. It is produced 890 kilojoule of energy. Similarly, you can write one more example. That is carbon, which is a solid, plus oxygen, which is a gas, gives you carbon dioxide plus 395 kilojoules of energy. So these are the examples. So I will write one question which is a homework for you. You will try to answer this. The homework is, Why respiration is considered as respiration is considered as exothermic reaction. This is a very important question. You will try to answer this. Okay, so our first chapter of chemistry is over. Next we'll see some other chapter.